Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Nation Network. I am your host, Vince McSham, and this is WrestleChat, a place where we can chat about pretty much anything that has to do with wrestling. Today, we're going to be, let me control that down a little bit, talking about a little bit of follow-up on yesterday's regarding Jay Briscoe and some stuff that came out for 2K22 that you may or may not know about. Chuck in the house. What's up? All right, so I guess it'd be easier if I share my screen with you guys, and then you can see what's going on the other side. And bam, there we go. The only way I can show you my PlayStation is through my OBS right now. It won't do both on the screen. So I just got done deleting a bunch of custom images that I no longer needed. And if you've ever used a deletion utility device, you can just delete the superstar. But I have always, going back to like even 2K19, had headaches where you'll delete a superstar and any attachments to him or her, and it'll say, if any of those images are used by another creative superstar, we will not delete them. But yet, it ends up doing a few other funky things as well. So I just delete the superstar singly by itself, and then I go in and do the logos. That's the only way that it hasn't bit me in the ass. So, Andrew Roberts, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Yeah, I did fast forward 99.9% of it. There were the Young Bucks match looked good. I didn't get to sit through as much. I just don't have enough time. And what I was really looking to see was there anything done for Jay Briscoe. And of course, from what I heard, they really did very little because of Warner putting the heat on them for something he said back in 2003. It's like, come on, people, seriously. I mean, do the math. If he's 38, 2003, it's like he's 20. How many 20-year-olds will say something stupid? And he's apologized for it 100 times. It's insane. I mean, it wasn't the greatest moment of his life, and he admits it. But again, we've all done that shit. And the man's gone now. You can't just turn around and say, all right, whatever. I lose respect for Tony Khan in moments like that. Yeah, Top Flight. I'm not a Top Flight fan. I'm really not. And them going over the Bucks, I give credit to the Bucks for doing it. I wouldn't have done it if I was them. But again, that's just me. I was watching a news stream from the Delaware area. And if anyone doesn't know, that's where the Briscoes are from and reside. And they actually had their camera crew traveling down the road in question. Now, when I hear that a car veered off into the oncoming lane of traffic, I had this mental picture that this person went across like a grass median or something and struck an oncoming car. It is a very rural road indeed, with literally one lane going east, one lane going west, no shoulders. So the theory of it being tied to a cell phone in my book has greatly gone up. And it had to be something pretty sudden, I would think, because you would see somebody drifting into your lane earlier. And even without a shoulder, you're going to drive into the grass or something else rather than take a head on. And I haven't heard anything about like the age of the woman that drove the other vehicle. Maybe she was in her 80s and had a stroke. I don't know. Yeah, Brian, again, from what I saw of his match, it looked like a really solid match. A lot of it was fast-forwarded, but it was the kind of match where I wish I had more time where I could have watched it. The MJF promo, not his best, not his worst. It's just all right. I still say worst thing ever for him was getting the belt put on him. Yeah, a lot of guys had the black armbands last night, not just Bandito, but yeah, he was definitely one of them. Young Bucks both had them, and I think a couple other guys, but again, I was fast forwarding, so. Oh, wow. Well, sorry I had to be the bearer of bad news. And yeah, I mean, like I said, I had heard about it right as I was in bed the night before. I was falling asleep, and I was like, well, let me just take a quick look. And next thing you know, shit, now I'm wide awake and wired. What's up, Santino? Yeah, we were just talking about it. Just covered all that. Yes, sir. Heard about it. Don't agree with it. I get the fact from a corporate standpoint, you got to keep your sponsors happy. You don't want them to jump in shit, but this cancel culture bullshit for as far back as we're going. In the meantime, we got a president sitting in the fucking White House who's got top secret documents in his garage next to his Corvette. Nothing's being done about that, but the last president has his home raided and his wife's underwear gone through. I don't want to hear it anymore. I'm just sick of the double standard bullshit. Kathy Griffin gets a pass for having a severed head of a sitting president, mocking it. Imagine somebody doing that with the current president. Although there are those that would think he's probably already had that done at least once because God knows the brain ain't working. Yeah, we had both been talking about it during the day, and I was at work, so I couldn't really do anything with it. But once I got home, definitely part of it dealing with that kind of thing is to help. It helps a lot of people to talk about it and to remember better days, better times, fond memories, all that kind of stuff. What about you, Clown? You got a Jay Briscoe moment or memory or favorite match? We were talking about favorite matches last night. Then we got into another topic of the all-time greatest brother tag teams, and D-Train came up with a list of 50. So we may do something with that at some point in time. It's actually a pretty cool concept. And then the other thing I was going to chat with you guys about is 2K22, our friend in this game, one of the bright lights of a very dark game that doesn't work 90% of the time anyway, has been What's the Status? And if you don't know who What the Status is, then you need to crawl out from under a rock. He is a creator who was given permission to take content that is hidden in the game and bring it out for us. So that right there is what you would search for, which is Status CD Fix. Status CD Fix. And what he has unlocked this time are some alternate attires from the factions menu. But these are all legit in-game content. It's got the names you can see on the left side of the screen over there, and I'm pointing that way when I should probably be pointing this way. You've got the commentary calls the names. You've got the custom portraits. You've got the theme songs, the crowd signs. In some cases, like Charlotte here, you have the 1915 or the 19, yeah, the 2015 victory, as well as crowd signs and a custom entrance. Here's Farouk from the Nation with the Nation theme song and the Nation Titantron. Same thing with Mankind. Godfather, we had it way back in the beginning when this game came out, and then they took it away. Now it's back. You got some really old school NXT Seth Rollins, and I do remember those trunks very well. Got the hair, although I don't think the hair is all. I mean, it's the one that they put in the game, but I just don't think it looks good. And again, it's got the commentary, it's got the custom portraits, all that good stuff. He does it right. He doesn't release half-baked. Yeah, well, you know what, Clown? That's a funny thing because I knew of them for a long time, never really grabbed me. I thought their promos, from what little I ever saw, just were kind of, I don't know, just very indie and didn't hit me. But then when they hit Impact, I was loving them. First part of the reason was they should have been in Ring of Honor when Tony Khan bought them out, and then this whole cancel culture bullshit got a hold of them. So that's automatically going to make me a fan of yours. But that said, I was watching their in-ring work for the first time at Impact, and I'm like, these guys are good. My bad. And now I've got plenty of years worth of video to go back over now and watch some of their best stuff, and I'm looking forward to doing that. Jay! Damn, no power. Well, that does suck. What kind of storm did you get? Like a winter storm? That posts you up later today. Could it be? No, it's not coming back. I assure you, it's a 4. If you look at my Twitter, you'll see it's the 4 sides. They have a whole new crew doing it this time, too. I thought I'd see some familiar faces from last time out here, but nope. Everybody's different this time. And as much as I would have loved to help them set up another ring, we're still finishing up from this Meekum car show, and it's just been a rough week, man. I wasn't up for it. But I did stick around and watch for a little bit. So far, just the power. Well, that's good. It'll come back. Huge thunderstorm with high winds. We get those in the summer all the freaking time. I'll say one thing for Florida. At least Central Florida. I mean, I can only speak on me personally, but all these hurricanes I've been through, during the year we had the 4 hurricanes, which was 04, I believe. And we had 4 hurricanes in 4 weeks. I want to say by the 3rd hurricane, we did lose power for about 3 to 5 days, maybe, somewhere in that ballpark. But other than that, never. And didn't even lose TV. I mean, always had the news, always had. Can't complain. I know other people didn't have it that good. So we'll take a look at some more of these things that he's got put up here. You've got your Triple H. And again, it comes with everything. And these are from my faction. I'm not impressed with some of them, simply because my faction, I just don't like the hairs that they put on and things like that. And by far, I'm always a big fan of Bailey back in the day as opposed to now. Well, I already downloaded this one, and it's got everything, which we'll see in a minute. It's got the Titantron entrance, got the music, it's got the big blow-up dolls and all that stuff. Blow-up dolls, that doesn't sound right. Wasn't a fan of 6-sided, too old school for that crap. I'm right there with you, buddy. The only good thing I think Hogan ever did in TNA was getting rid of that damn ring. Getting a cold blowjob, purist, is still better than not getting a blowjob. Yeah, I mean, it was different. It always seemed like people were trying to figure out which ropes should I run and things like that. And it was cool for the video game. I'll say that. Well, Jay, it's the end of the world, so that's what happens. First we get the storms, and then the end of the world comes. So buckle up, baby. All right, we got our Cactus Jack. We got, what else we got here? Let's take a look at old Farouk. Got the one outfit. And we got Charlotte with 2 outfits. Basically, the outfit's the same. The robes are different. And she has the entrance, I believe, is a 2015. All right, Dude Love. We're going to download this one. So I'm figuring with my LO League of Legends, I can have split personalities where you could be Cactus in one and Dude Love in the other, and that'll help bolster my roster a little bit too. And with these, you don't have to set them as alternate attires. They're all set as their own standalone character, which either way you're going to use a cost slot, so it doesn't really make a difference. Same comment. I thought it was a new one. Sorry. And I just deleted about 3 or 4 of my creation, well, not my creations, but downloaded ones to make a little bit of room up. And I wanted the Godfather. I think I have enough room for one more. Nope. All right. Well, for now, let's see what he's got going on there. Looking good. Looking good. Oh, it's all right, man. You got sent to the penalty box. It's all good. Let's see. Go here. Go here. Well, 1v1. Oh, what am I doing normal for? Dude, oh, 2 attires. Really? Well, we'll go with the one. As you can see, he's got the thumbnail all good to go as well. Let's do this. I'm totally with Chuck. Yes. Yes, indeed, clown. And I love this old set. I mean, granted, it's the NXT version, but still, those in your houses were the best.
An Extreme Rules match. Making his way to the ring from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Minnesota.
212 pounds.
Minnesota. All right, let's see what happens here. There you got it.
And his opponent from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, weighing in at 329 pounds, Dude Love.
So like I said, Status has all those up there, and they're going to be just like this. They're going to have the correct Titantrons. Announcer's going to call the actual name. If you have your audio set to have the announce team calling the action, it will be there. Ringside signs are going to be there. So I highly encourage you to go check it out. And most of it is going to be old school stuff. Matter of fact, I don't know that I saw any in this batch that wasn't, well, I guess Charlotte's not old school, but it's her old school outfit. Got your taunts all set to go. Have mercy. Uh-oh. Don't mess with the knee. Oh. Get up. Get up. Get up. Kick that ass. Running neck breaker. He's going to go up to the top rope. He's on the top rope. Oh, he caught him with the axe handle. Too early. Too late. Just trying to see what else he's got going on here. That neck breaker. Didn't quite catch it flush, but he caught it. Oh, right across the back of the neck. Have mercy. Oh, I wonder if he's going to pull out Sacco. That's worth looking at. The Cactus Driver. Oh, off the apron with the elbow. Vintage Cactus. Or Dude Love, either way. That was a hardcore match. I totally forgot. I was like, why did they not count me out? Oh, if it's going to be hardcore, let's do it. Oh, it would have been a good move. It would have been. Wow, passed it right through his legs. Oh, snap. Takes the ST plunge. Uh-oh. Oh, right through the table. Missed him. Uh-oh, he's got a miss time. Going for the Cactus Driver. He hits it. Now the million-dollar question. What's he going to do here? Oh, the double arm? No, he's got it. Not using Sacco, though. Just going mandible claw straight up. It's a little bit of a bummer that it's not either a submission or a pin. Mr. Madman Swiss. Yeah, I still have my 19-2. I don't play it as much, but it's still in the system. I won't delete it. I just sparked the doobie on the entrance. All is good in the world today. Uh-oh, wait a minute. What was this shit? Who is that? Piper? The rowdy one from behind. And Piper. Well, the abdominal stretch. I love the fact the table's still in the ring. I mean, there's a couple of things they got right. Not much. And now the Dudester fighting his way back. DDT's Piper on the rail from the table. Oh, it's going to get worse. He's got Piper going for the suplex. On top of the broken table. Well, there we have it. The dude abides. I'll end up deleting probably one more. I don't know who I want to get rid of at this point, though. I'll figure out. I got rid of my carrying cross because they just haven't done anything with them. I'm not using them. It looked good because they had the hair and the jacket and all that stuff. But if I'm not using them in any of my streams, what am I doing? Just wasting a slot where I could be putting someone else in there. So once again, it's status CD fix, all one word. Well, you don't have a choice really, and you can take a look for yourself at any and all of those if you want. I'll tell you what, we'll do one more with Bailey so you can see what hers looks like. I think I'll add the Godfather. Probably not going to mess with Farouk since he's already in the game, and I don't care which version of him. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll sim this one out. Becky Lynch against Bailey 15. Let's go with the second attire. Boom. Yeah, like I said, it'd be nice if it had either a submission aspect to it or a pinfall. Lucha Underground. Totally forgot he was even in it. And I think he would have done really good if they would have just. I like the bald look better personally. I think it had a badass look to it, kind of like it did with Austin.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
They have a couple of Becky Lynches in there too.
From Dublin, Ireland.
But again, I'm fine with this. The only way I'm going to add to my roster with somebody who's already in the game is if there's something I can feasibly do with it. In Becky's case, that's my favorite version of Becky is from the NXT. I like the music. I like the little blow-up dolls and thing. I think that was perfect for her character. I've never bought into her as a heel. I mean, I still love her in ring work, but the character just doesn't work for me at all. And I do hope at some point in time she goes back to this. Maybe eventually she'll go to Impact and they'll, call her Bailey and have blow-up dolls and all that stuff, and maybe even the music, because apparently WWE doesn't like to protect any of its intellectual property. It is cool seeing this version of her on the PS5 in 2K22 with the better graphics. That was actually one of my favorite outfits of hers. And I forget which NXT takeover that was from, but I always thought that was a good color scheme for her. Call it. We'll see what we can do here. They tie up in the middle of the ring, and now it is Becky Lynch head first into the mat. Bailey going all the way up to the top. From the top rope. Sizes her up. Elbow finding the mark. Hooking the leg a little bit early in the match. I don't know if you're going to get her that quick. Blocking the attack by the champion now. And Bailey with a knee right to the midsection. Irish whip to the ropes. Over the top, and she hits the floor. The hugger taking the advantage right now over the man. Becky outside the ring. Bailey follows her. May have a new look, but still has the same bad attitude right now. And look at this. Look at this. setting up that table. Bayley with a back heel trip takes her down. And Becky Lynch better be careful now. She might have just opened a door that she won't be able to close. As Bayley sizing her up, went for the double sledgehammer. Nobody home, but still in control. Sends Becky crashing down into the guardrail. Back in the ring, beats the count on a count of 7, and now both ladies legally back in the ring, and the match will continue. Has her up across the shoulders. Bayley in control. What is she going to do with the champion? Head first. Oh, drops her across the top rope. The whiplash effect from that can take a lot out of a competitor. Sizing her up again, putting the boots to the midsection. Follows it up with a kick to the chest, and now Becky Lynch taking over in this one. What a huge win it would be for Bayley if she were able to pull this one out. Lynch with the capture suplex. Oh, she sent her crashing across the ring. Becky's got the pump handle slam. Hooks the leg. Is that enough? There's 2 and shoulder just barely comes up. And now she's got the disarmor. Becky Lynch pulling back. Bayley in trouble. Referee is right there to see if she wants to give it up. And Bayley will not. Headbutt by Bayley. Oh, my. This is turned personal. Bayley back in control, thinks she's got her, hooks the leg. Champion is down, there's 1, and out the back door easily. And now Bayley going all the way up to the top rope. Better do something. Cross body, didn't catch it clean at all. Becky Lynch might actually have absorbed more punishment from that clip than if she... Oh, Bayley was ready for the Bayley to belly, but Becky was having nothing to do with it. Irish whip once again over the top rope. She hangs on. Now on the apron and snaps the head and neck of Bayley across the top rope. For a match that hadn't been scheduled, this has turned out to be one hell of a night for these two ladies. Bayley back up on the top rope. Going for the elbow, and she nails her. Will that be enough? Trying to pull her away from the ropes. That's buying a lot of time for the champion, however. We'll see if it's enough. There's 2, and no. Had she gone for the pin right away, she probably would have had her. And if a frog had wings, it wouldn't bump its ass when it hops. Crucifix, shoulders are down, referee's there for the count. 1, 2, and Bayley comes out the back. Sizing her up right now. And there's another disarmer. I don't know if she's going to survive it again. She's close to the rope, so she might be able to reach. Bayley is trying to get that bottom rope. It is inches away. That's it. She's got a tap. The winner is the man, Becky Lynch, in a closely contested match. Take a look back at some of the replays here. That one right there, that connected. There was one earlier where she clipped the champion and may have done some damage. Here's that big elbow drop, and if she'd have gone for the pin right there, probably would have had it. But we will never know. Look at this. The crucifix rolls her up. Shoulders are down. Becky had her almost put away at that. And here it was. That second disarmer. Look how close that hand was to getting the bottom rope. You can see Bayley is trying desperately to reach there, but it is inches short. And she has nothing left to do except tap out.
Here is your winner,
Proving once again why she is the Raw Women's Champion, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner, Becky Lynch. All right, that was just for you, clown. XPW, you are the man. You the man. Appreciate you. And thanks for jumping on yesterday. It was cool getting other people involved and hearing thoughts and memories. All right, so that's pretty much what I was going to cover in today's chat. We'll take one more look for anyone who joined us late. Go to our downloads here. What's the status? Has come up with a bunch of new stuff from the faction mode and he always gets permission to share this from the developers, so it's not going to like crash your game or anything like that. So you want to put in status CD fix and do a search. And then you get all of these actual in-game content from the faction mode with the characters already in the game, yes, but these are their alternate attires, and if they're older versions of them, it'll have different Titantrons, different theme songs. We just had Bayley back in 2015, where she was in NXT with her little blow-up dummies and that upbeat song of hers that I always liked. But it had a nice little rhythm to it, just automatically put people in a happy mood. And it was great for her character. I'm not a big fan of this one. So here's an old Becky Lynch. Wow. I kind of remember the second outfit more, especially with the goggles, than I do the first one. Not liking the hair at all, though. But again, this is in-game content. Adam Pierce, he was in here earlier. I guess he's redone it. So you have him in his in-ring gear outfit from back in the day. Then his GM. It's sad that he got to the WWE in the GM status and never got to really wrestle. I think eventually he's going to have a match. I think that has to happen. I just hope it doesn't wait too long because, you know, you ain't getting any younger. What did I do that for? I don't know. And there's only 2 pages under that search anyway, so. Well, Triple H is the most popular out of all these things he's put up, and I'm a little surprised. I would think that Godfather would be early or further up in the count. Bailey's fallen down a bit from where I would expect to. There's another Seth Rollins. We looked at the NXT one earlier. This was from, I think, WrestleMania, if I'm not mistaken. I forget which year. I'm sure one of you guys knows it right off the top of your head. This is probably the Triple H I already have, or at least close to it. Mine's slightly different, but I'm good with the one I got. I'm not going to download another one. Godfather, we looked at him earlier, but if you didn't see him, he's got 2 attires, and I still have to create a slot for him. I do want to get him back in the game, though, especially as we're coming towards the end of the life of this game. He'll be in my roster that I take when these servers go down. Let's see what was on page 2 now. We're going to probably have Cactus. Yeah. So you have him with and without the flannel. Pretty simple enough. Triple H 2000 attire. Let's see. I always liked the one where he made his return on Monday Night Raw after that long out with his injury, and I forget what year that was. It was near 2000. He had the leather jacket with the denim vest over the top of it. And I think somebody made one of those and it actually didn't look half bad. And I can only imagine. Let's see what The Rock's got going on. Probably just going to be trunks, and I wouldn't waste a cough slot for that. The $500 shirt. I just don't know why they don't release this in the game as alternate attires, DLC, even charge. I mean, if they release these and put $1.99 on each one, or maybe packaged, let's say all three, Mankind, Mick Foley, Cactus Jacks, together for $5 instead of $6, so you save $1 that way. I think they'd do themselves a huge favor financially. The Seth Rollins, from NXT, things like that. I think if they would just put a simple, reasonable price tag, and I always go back to the game The Last of Us, which, if you've never played, is by far the greatest game of all time. And The Last of Us has a multiplayer if you buy the PS4, or if you had the PS3, which that server's down now, so you can't do anything with it. But even on the PS4, it's still active. And if you do the multiplayer, you can buy other weapons. And a lot of people always say pay to play and things like that. Well, in this case, they're not really pay to play, because you can use those same weapons without buying them, but you can only use them in preset loadouts. If you want to own it and put it in any loadout you want, then yes, you buy it. But they're like $1, $1.50, $2, still are. The price hasn't changed. So, yeah, you drop like $2 this week, $2 next week. Next thing you know, you got a hell of an arsenal. And I just think a lot of these game companies drop the ball on opportunities where you can give us stuff that we want, and you don't have to gouge us for it. We'll pay money. But when you paid $60 or $70 now for a game, you can't be, having DLC content for $5 and $10 a pop. It just ain't going to work. You kind of price yourself out and you lose your fan base that way. I've been playing a lot of Rogue Company. It's a free game. It's fun as hell. But my goodness, if you want to add rogues to your roster, then you're either going to grind the shit out of it, which is what I've done, or you're going to pay money for it. Now, the game itself is free, so you can look at it from that standpoint. But really, to buy the cosmetics that you would necessarily probably want, you'll be spending minimum $20 to $30. So in my mind, now you're paying $30 for the game. Is it worth it? To me, no, I'm fine with the free game, and I'll take whatever rogues I got. But at least they give you the option. And I think they would do themselves better. I know they're giving away a free game, but I just think they'd do better if they had a lighter price tag on stuff. But they don't care what I think. Yeah, I saw this headline right about 2 hours ago, and thank God, man, they better find him guilty too. Son of a bitch. Clown was rocking it in the 80s. Well, if you have a picture of that, then we can get a lawyer and sue their asses. Gimmick infringement. All right, everyone. Jay, I hope you're doing all right in the dark there, buddy. Bundle up. We'll catch you on the next one. In the meantime, everybody else, make sure you stay safe, stay warm. Don't text and drive. Pisses me off when you do that. All right, we'll catch you next time back here for some more WrestleChat. Good night and so long.